Hey, I know you're awake. Don't say you're fine. Come here, lie down. I want to ask you something, and I need you to actually answer. Tell me about her. From the beginning, tell me everything. I'm not asking to hurt you, I promise. I'm asking because I want to understand what you saw, what you felt. Because I think you've been alone with this all day, maybe longer than today. And nobody has sat down and actually asked. So I'm asking. I'm right here, not going anywhere the rain is going. We have all night. Just start somewhere, anywhere. What was she like? I should tell you why I'm asking before you think I'm doing something strange. I'm not jealous. I know that might sound like something you say when you are, but I genuinely mean it. I'm asking because I think the way someone loves tells you everything about them. What they pay attention to, what they notice, what they let themselves feel. And I want to know that about you, all of it. I think you've been carrying this by yourself. And part of why it hurts so much is that nobody has just sat down and actually asked not to fix it, not to make it smaller, just to hear it. Tell me about her, not because I need to compare, not because I'm keeping score, because she mattered to you, and that means she's part of tonight, part of right now. And I want to be present for all of you, not just the parts that are okay. You went quiet just now. That's okay. Take your time. There's no rush, no version of this that I need you to hurry through. I noticed you when you came home today. Something was different in your face, the way you held your shoulders. I've been waiting for you to be ready. I think you are now. Tell me one thing, the first thing that comes. Okay, first question. What was the first thing you noticed? The very first thing, not what you thought you should notice, but the actual thing. The thing that got you before you decided anything. Take your time. Really? That's a quiet thing to notice first. Most people notice something obvious, but you noticed something most people would walk right past. I want you to file that away. We'll come back to it. Second question. Was there a specific moment when you knew? Not when you decided, not when you talked yourself into it, but when you knew before you could argue yourself out of it. That one moment. What was yours? Yeah, I can see why that would do it. There's always one moment, isn't there? The one you keep going back to, even now, especially now. You're going back to it right now, I can tell. Can I tell you something? The things you're noticing, what you loved about her. You're not describing her. You're describing what you pay attention to, what you see in people, what you let yourself feel. That's not about her, that's about you. And what I'm hearing is someone who pays attention, really pays attention to the things most people walk right past. Do you know how rare that is? Third question. Did she know? Do you think she ever felt it, even a little, before today? Or were you carrying it completely alone? That must have been really heavy to carry something that size by yourself for that long. And still show up normally every day like nothing was happening. You're better at that than you think. I want to ask you something harder. You don't have to answer, but I think you will. Was there a moment where you almost told her, where you got close, and then something made you pull back? What stopped you? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I understand that. The timing never felt right, or the risk felt too big, or you couldn't find the words, or all three at once. That's not cowardice. I need you to know that. That's just being someone who doesn't want to ruin something that feels irreplaceable. You were trying to protect something, even at cost to yourself. That's not weakness. That's the opposite. One more. What was something she did, a small thing that you don't think she knew got you every time? A habit, the way she laughed, something tiny that only you noticed or only you kept? That's a very quiet thing to carry, isn't it? Something small that only mattered to you, that she didn't even know she was doing for you. You kept it even now, even tonight. You kept it. I've been listening to you for the last 10 minutes. And I want to tell you what I'm actually hearing. Because I don't think you can hear it from the inside right now. I'm hearing someone who loved carefully. Not recklessly, not desperately, carefully. Noticing the small things, staying quiet when the timing wasn't right, keeping the private moments, protecting the thing he valued, even at cost to himself. That is not someone who doesn't know how to love. That is someone who knows exactly how to love. And that is not the problem here. I want you to understand that. That was never the problem. Here is what I want to say, the actual thing. What I've been sitting with since you started talking. What happened today wasn't a verdict. I know it feels like one. I know it feels like something was assessed, weighed, and found wanting. That's not what happened. What happened is the timing and the circumstances, and whatever she was carrying didn't line up with what you were offering at this exact moment. That is not the same thing as you not being enough. Those are completely different things, and they only feel identical in the dark at 2 a.m. when you're trying to sleep. She didn't reject who you are. She couldn't. She didn't know all of it. The careful attention, the small things you kept, the moment you almost told her, the quiet way you loved her for however long you did. She didn't have access to any of that. She said no to what she could see, which was the surface, the timing, the moment. Not you, not the whole of you, not this. Not what I've been listening to for the last 15 minutes. She didn't reject this. She never even saw it. And here's the other thing. The way you loved her carefully, quietly, noticing everything, keeping the small private things. That's yours. She didn't take it when she said no. She didn't take any of it. You still have it. all of it. The capacity to feel that much, to notice that carefully, to stay quiet when it mattered, to keep the small thing even now. All of that is still completely yours. You carry it forward, every piece. You don't lose anything. You don't start over. You bring all of it into whatever comes next. Breathe in and out. Don't rush past that. Let it land. You loved. Well, that's the actual truth. Hold that tonight. Not the rejection, but the love. The careful, attentive, patient love. That's what was real. That's what stays. Can I tell you what tonight did to me? I didn't ask about her because I was jealous. I want you to know that, truly. I asked because I wanted to know who you are when you love someone. Because that's a very specific version of a person, the version that shows up when they feel something real, when their guard is fully down, when they're not performing anything, just feeling. I wanted to meet that version of you, even if it was a little painful for both of us. And what I found was exactly what I expected, and also more. I found someone who pays attention, who keeps the small things, who stays quiet when it costs him something, who feels things fully, even when it hurts. I fell a little more in love with you while you were describing someone else, which is maybe a slightly strange thing to admit, but it's true, and I'm not sorry for it. I'm keeping that the version of you I met tonight in the dark, talking about someone you loved, answering questions you've never been asked before. I'm keeping all of it, the same way you kept the small things she did that only you noticed. I noticed you tonight, every version of you, the hurting one, the brave one, the one who loved carefully, all of them. And I'm not going anywhere. I chose all of it, including the part that's still a little broken right now, tonight. That part too. One more breath in and out. Feel your whole body heavy, warm, settled. You are known, fully known tonight. You told me everything, and I'm still here. That's worth knowing. Let that be what you sleep on. Sleep now. I'm right here, still here after everything you told me, still here. That's not going to change. Listen to the rain, just the rain, and me right here. Feel how heavy you are. Let it all go. Everything you've been carrying, the weight of today, the thing you almost said, the small thing you kept, all of it down. Just put it all down, just for tonight. You are not less. Not for today, not for any of it. You loved carefully and kept the small things, and that is still exactly who you are. Sleep now. I've got you. Rain. Silent.